Well, it's 1-1. Actually, the game ended 1-1. Uganda almost through the round of 16. 4 points, and that means that if Egypt beat DRC, they got 6 points, and Uganda with 4 points, they would have actually put 1 foot in the round of 16. But with me in the studio is John Barnes Sentamu. The man is so smart today. I don't know whether if my colleague Michael Jordan was here, what he would say about John Barnes. Barnes, good to see you.
You're looking smart today.
Thank you.
I don't know whether they better have I did her job or it's Barnes collection.
There is a Barnes collection because she's way out of Kampala.
Okay.
She works a few kilometers out of Kampala. She's not home.
Well, Barnes, this game is actually ended 1-1.
Yeah.
And for me, at the end of 90 minutes, Uganda were actually sweating plasma, if I can use the word plasma. I mean, there was too much pressure from Zimbabwe, but the fact that Kadu missed a sitter, that would have given us a lead. But of course, Uganda, for me, Uganda played well, and I'm pretty sure that the lads believe now. There's belief in the camp that we can do it.
I think, Ruben, you must apologize to Ugandans. You told Ugandans that we shall never negotiate DR Congo. You didn't believe in Uganda even against Zimbabwe. I actually also didn't believe in Uganda against Zimbabwe, and my reasons were very clear. But credit to the team. The reason they are celebrating anyone watching us is the mathematics of this Afcon is very, very simple. The top 2 teams qualify direct to the round of 16, and there's a chance for the 4 best placed third teams. We are on 4 points. Like Ruben says, if Egypt beats DR Congo, trust me, we shall remain on 4. Congo can't catch us in their final game.
That is true.
And they are playing who? They are playing Zimbabwe.
Zimbabwe, yes.
It's a World Cup of sorts, World Cup final of sorts for them. None of them can leave the game for each other. So that's the reason why these lads are celebrating. But we need to keep it at hold, because if DR Congo gets a result, especially the 3 points from Egypt, then that group is wide open. That means even Zimbabwe can actually qualify by getting a result in its final game against DR Congo.
But Barnes, I mean, we saw Musona Billiard doing the Billiard has been voted the man of the match for this game.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure that those who have been watching on UBC TV, you clearly saw that the boys were really exceptional. The boys took Zimbabwe on, and I'm pretty sure that now final game against Egypt, we're going to do wonders. But Barnes, you should talk about the mathematics here. I don't like to go into that about that kind of equation, because we have always lost games because of mathematics.
Yeah.
Why don't we beat Egypt in the final game, and we're pretty sure that we've qualified?
But even before we think of beating Egypt, why didn't Kadu Patrick? I think he made a mistake. He went for the spectacular and got the ordinary. I think Kadu made a mistake for us. He's not that kind of player who goes for the spectacular. That was a simple tap in, and tomorrow the papers are all over the place looking for his mom again to get interviews, because this son will have qualified us to Afcon.
Yes.
2019 Cameroon project for Magogo,
yes,
and would have sailed us through out of the group phase for the first time in 41
41 years. I know,
so I think
Kadu
Patrick really don't never go for the spectacular, just go for the ordinary, and then wait for the spectacular to happen to you, because there are scouts all over the place. There is nothing more glamorous and spectacular than moving from KCCA to bigger clubs of the world.
Forgive the boy, 21 years
of age, you still have out to learn. You can always have such kind of games and missing such cheaters. Maybe if you had played at that level on several occasions, you would have tapped that away. But for me, Barnes, I like the fact that the Sabri came up with a good system, and that actually showed that Zimbabwe that we can attack and we can defend as well. But I did like in the final bit of it when it actually had to bring on Timothy Awani, and actually you had 5 defenders on the pitch. Why don't you bring on Nico Wadada? Ask one of the wing backs to switch to central defense, so that Wadada uses this space to go up front.
It was going to be very difficult for any wing back to come in at that stage. It was best for us to defend in the central areas, because the Zimbabweans were hurting us from the central areas. If we allowed a new man to come in at either full back or right wing back, would have been terrible for him. Trotting back, the Zimbabwe were ringing rings around us every time. They're creating spaces. The overload on the left and right was eminent for them, and they missed a sitter by Knowledge Musona because of an overload on the right. They were missing sitters here and there. We missed a couple of sitters as well, but credit to Uganda for defending pretty well and creating chances that would have won us the game. In years gone by, such a performance by Zimbabwe would yield a 3-1 loss to Uganda. But credit to us, first half, fine. They got the equalizer. We endured so much pressure then on. Halftime came as a relief for the entire 40 million plus Ugandans. Forget the players. Forget the players. Forget the 23 players down at the Cairo International Stadium. But the 42 million plus Ugandans. Halftime came as a relief, and we used it pretty well, because from then on the Zimbabweans didn't come to us the way they were built into the game latter stages of the first half.
So you saw the Sabri celebrating, saying that we are unbeaten in this game, in this tournament. Actually, there are
2 games we have played, 4 points about under our belt. I think the Sabri, for me, he's actually done it. For the first time in 41 years, we won a game at Afcon against DRC. Then our second game is a draw. Those are 4 points in the bag. I think the coach has done enough to make our lads believe that we can play at that level. I'll tell you, Bands. Yeah. Guinea has lost against Nigeria. They have the man Keita, who plays for them, who plays at Liverpool. We don't have such a star in the Cranes team, but we can, as a unit, collect points and qualify. Talk about the Sabri as a coach.
I think first of all, he creates belief in Ugandans amongst us. On the streets of Kampala earlier today, everyone thought we're going to get the maximum points, 6 points qualifiers through to the next round. Before, none of us actually believed in 2017 when Sirajid Mitchell was the one in charge. We didn't actually believe. The first game we played against DR Congo gave us beautiful football and a result. Rarely do you see a Ugandan team giving you a result, getting you beautiful football, missing many chances, and dominating against seasoned campaigners, guys that apply that trade in the top leagues of the world. But Desabre is bringing belief to us. Zimbabwe was ever the plucky side in this group. We did not expect from them. DR Congo, we knew. Stop the Bolasses of this world, you have a big chance. Against Egypt that comes up later, we know stop the Mosalas of this world, very good for us. Then for Zimbabwe, we only knew Kamabiliet and Knowledge Musona, but there were other guys that were creating problems for us. Karuru was creating problems for us. Thabani in the first half was creating problems for us. We had no idea what they were going to throw at us, especially us, that are not Onyango, who plays football with them, the week in, week out.
Well, for me, I will tell you, Barnes, I am caught off guard. I didn't know that the Sabri can deliver. For me, I will tell you, honestly, when he was appointed, I remember talking to Arthur, my colleague, one of my colleagues worked with me in the morning show, and said that, I told Arthur that, where does this man come from? Does he even have an history anywhere? And Arthur was like, Ruben, let's give a man a chance. And he is the man. I mean, the first tournament is unbeaten. First, he qualifies us for the next Afcon. He's now unbeaten in 2 games. And the chances are we might qualify for the round of 16. So for me, the Sabri has done its part. Even when you come back home now, we would say that we won the game. Remember, he told us in the press conference that for him, his target is to get out of the group. And of course, he's actually is achieving
70%.
He's achieving that.
70%.
So I believe the Sabri might surprise Ugandans, and maybe who knows? We might be in for things.
Yeah, we can even get a lucky draw in the round of 16. There's 16 teams in there. There are many teams that will come to Uganda against Uganda now with a thought about us. Originally, we went in 2 games and it's us thinking about the opposition. But all of a sudden, everything has changed for Uganda. I think in Uganda, when it rains, it pours. It's really pouring for us.
There's only soda.
And very sweet soda for us. And I think now, whichever team will come to play us will be worried about us. We've got everything there is to win a game of football. We've got Mia, great on the dead ball. I think he's perfect on the dead ball. He must be the best at Afcon 2019. Then we've got Alumara running from minute 1 to 90 on the right flank.
But I've not seen the dancing Rasta Katerega. When do you play a game? I mean, I would have loved to see him in the final 5 minutes of the game. Come, hold the ball, take on players, maybe a foul or 2, free kick, Mia goal.
I do not think he'll get the chance unless if we get the opportunity that DR Congo Egypt beats up on DR Congo, then we can get a chance of watching him getting a few minutes against in our final game. Otherwise, at the moment it's all pressure for everyone down there. They would love to have a dream to come true for them, and who wouldn't love to? The last time we qualified out of a group, we went up to the final, lost to Ghana in the final 78, and each one of them would dream and dream and dream. None of the teams out in Egypt is unbeatable. Every one of them is beatable. We saw Egypt against Zimbabwe. They created their few chances, the Zimbabweans, failing to take them. 1-0 they lost. Uganda is now the topic down there. Let me hope the camp is a little cool and concentrating on games coming upward for them. Otherwise, the problem for Uganda most of the times is scouts that come into our camp. We like Kadu. Already, the Zabri is in the eyes of El Ahly, that big Egyptian club. Such things, coach players and coaches.
That might be the opinion of the eyes.
It's not. I think it's not. He's coached in Egypt before, and of course he would love to go back. Egypt is a great nation in terms of club football. You know that. And if El Ahly is looking for your signature, the monies that come along with it a mob.
Okay.
And many of our players now must be on the eyes of many clubs around Africa. And
But for
Europe.
me, if I was a scout in a Serie down in Perugia in Serie C, I would actually look at so many players. First I look at Patrick Adu. I would even look at Emma Okwi. I would know that Okwi, if you sign him for 2 years, he can give you the goals. But for me, the back line that has Warusimbi, and then you have Bevis Mugabe. As for me, I remember I said it here one morning on the morning show. That Bevis Mugabe should not start a game for Uganda.
Yeah,
but for me, wrong ones. This team is actually a unit and they're playing well. But finally, Egypt against DR Congo. What's your prediction?
My heart and head don't tally. I surely would love to see.
Again, heart and head?
My heart and head don't tally. I would love
The
to.
heart is small, the head is bigger.
You enjoy it easily anyways. But my heart and head don't tally. I would love to see. I would love to see Uganda a little safe by an Egypt win.
Okay.
Because then we go and play Egypt in their final game, and they already have the foot off the pedal. They've already qualified, and that's safe for us. I wouldn't love us to go into that game dreaming of getting a result of Egypt in order for us to stand any chance of qualification.
Okay.
So I would love to see Egypt to win this game tonight. Though for the sake of football, if a DRC Congo wins, then final group games are open and full blist.